Okay, today's random game, Archon. This is the NES version of the game. I personally prefer the Commodore 64 version, but since hooking my Commodore 64 up to this setup would be a pain, I'm showing this version instead. This is made by the same couple guys who are chiefly responsible for the Star Control series. And apart from the graphics being a little bit better in the NES version and some minor differences in combat and the sound being more annoying in the NES version, they're pretty much all the same. Or when I say graphics better, I mean graphics more detailed. I kind of prefer the cleaner look of the Commodore 64 version. I'm already been attacked. I wasn't really even paying attention yet. I was still fiddling with my sound controls to get my headphones not giving me delayed sound from my capture program here. Okay. What just happened was the AI cast a teleport spell to take out one of my basilisks, which are a really strong unit. And I wasn't paying attention enough to really defend myself. Okay, the sides are roughly equivalent. There are some very powerful units like the dragon and the shapeshifter that aren't exactly matched by their opposing units. Each side has a wizard for the light side, sorceress for the dark side that can cast spells like that teleport, which work once per game. And then the rest of the units have some different movement modes. Ground, so they can just have to walk. The flying units can fly over other units. The goal is to either wipe out the opposing side or place a guy on all 5 of the power points, which are these little flashing thingies here down the middle, and that each of us has a unit that starts on. The color of the tiles actually has an effect. That's why you see some of these middle tiles here actually changing color every turn, or every other turn. The darker the color of the tile that a unit is on, or, well, dark units have more health on dark tiles, and light units have more health on light tiles. So I'm maneuvering my manticores up here forward and back onto dark tiles. Sitting on power points is also useful because spells don't work on power points. They are proof against magic, as the game says. Units also will heal every turn, up to, I believe, exceeding their normal maximum health every turn that they're on a power point. That wasn't bad, I wounded it a little. Phoenixes are kind of hard to deal with when they're controlled by the AI. I'm gonna get my dragon and my shapeshifter out of these spaces that are getting kind of light if I can. He's probably summoning an elemental onto my... No, not my shapeshifter. Water elemental versus the manticore. Elementals are fairly nasty, but they only last for 1 turn. And they aren't affected by... I believe they aren't affected by the tile color at all. Or if they are, they're not in the way that I figured out. Okay, all the units that I care about are now on safe squares. There's these banshees, which suck. And some goblins, which suck even more than banshees. But aside from that... Okay, now let's bring the Phoenix versus Phoenix. Shapeshifter takes on the form of whatever it happens to fight. Phoenix versus Phoenix battles are kind of lame. Phoenix is invulnerable while it's exploding. Looks like I'm winning this one. Gradually. The AI Phoenix versus Phoenix fights can sometimes go a long time because they tend to just run up to each other and just simultaneously explode. Neither of them takes any damage from that. I'm gonna park my dragon on the power point for a little while to get some extra health. And try something risky and see if I can't decapitate this wizard right away. Banshee's advantage is its Basilisk's advantage is its very quick projectile, but one hit would have killed it from that wizard. Now he's probably going to take out my Basilisk. The Unicorn is the light side equivalent to the Basilisk. They both have fast projectiles. Come on down here, Unicorn. You can hear those little beeps in the background. That's indicating when my weapon or the opponent's weapon is re-readied. Okay, now all I have to do is grab this point and I win. That was a fairly short game of Archon. Usually goes on longer than that, but usually your opponent doesn't let you kill their wizard that easily. So he could have imprisoned my Basilisk to stop it from reaching there. He could have revived a unit and stuck it in between, or just moved units in my way so that I couldn't get to him. Or if the AI was better at the combat, would have just crushed my Basilisk anyway. Other spells that are useful, you saw Teleport at the very beginning and Summon Elemental. There's Exchange, which swaps the location of two icons. There's Imprison, which stops an icon from moving until the color of the color-shifting tiles becomes its color, which can take a while if you do it just after it leaves that color. There's Shift Time, which reverses the color-changing order. So if it's going from light to dark at the moment, it'll start going back to light, which is useful in a lot of situations. It extends the Imprison time. It makes it so that you can have a longer period of time where you can have the advantage on the color shifting tiles. It's a cool game.